We are currently halfway through the month of December. Today we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the remainder of December. If you're not into reselling, that's okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hyped sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases may potentially go on sale because, hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we'll be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they may even potentially sit on shelves, resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notification just to stay 100% updated on all these profitable releases because the rest of December is looking terrific. Also be sure to follow my Twitter for urgent updates and information, KeithAdam10, and also personals for you. Kicking it off with the 15th, we have a great drop. The Air Force One Stussy in black will be having their drop via Nike sneakers. We already saw their drop on the Stussy site itself, which I did make a head of cop guide for. Expect these to be very profitable with a great margin, just not quite as profitable as the other colorway. Regardless though, with the retail at only $130, very high demand and low stock, this is certainly a great cop. In addition to those, we also have the LeBron 8 Lakers dropping. You'll have to try to ignore the stigma of LeBrons due to their usual performance in the market because I'm actually expecting this pair to perform quite well. Not only is this a LeBron 8 garnering more demand in general, but it also has a lower retail of only $180, and most importantly, the Lakers colorway itself is garnering the majority of the demand on these. I would expect at least lunch money on all sizes, but your focus should really be on sizes 10 and up. The bigger the size, the better for these. Definitely a drop to look forward to. But wait, the 15th isn't over just yet. We also have the Jordan 1 Center dropping in Europe on this date, while the US will be on the 21st of December. Retail is only $135, and demand is very high at the moment. I would expect all sizes to be profitable with a very good margin, especially due to the very low retail. Also on the 15th, for $220 each, we have the brown and also orange Pharrell Williams HUs dropping. I would suggest these for personal only, not for resale purposes, and if you do want a personal, I would not suggest sleeping on them as I do expect them to sell out and not sell for far under retail, especially when it comes to the larger sizes. Then on December 17th, for $170, the Air Max 95 Neon will be dropping. These have always been a relatively demanded colorway, and it seems to be the case once again for this year's drop. These definitely have solid potential for lunch money with a subpar margin with or without tax. Not the best drop, but definitely worth noting. Also on the 17th, we will be getting two pairs of Sacai VaporWaffles in green and also burgundy for $180 each, both of which are expected to be very profitable with a great margin. However, I'm not expecting them to perform as well as the black and white pair. Regardless though, both are still great cops. Also on the 17th, for $140, we have the Air Force One Cosmic Clay dropping. Currently, demand looks pretty decent on these. Although the retail is quite high for an Air Force One, it's still relatively low, which leaves sufficient room for potential lunch money. Also keep in mind that Nike sneakers does have free returns, so there's no risk whatsoever when it comes to these. And finally, for the 17th, Kid Cudi will have a collaboration with Adidas, releasing two pairs of sneakers at $180 each. Although I think both of these are amazing, just like his recent album, I don't think these are going to perform too well based off how the prior pairs he has made in the past. That, in addition to the fact that the retail is $180, it makes it more difficult to reach a decent margin on these. If you still want to go for them though, keep in mind that Adidas does have free returns, so there's no risk whatsoever. If you want a personal, don't sleep on them as I do expect these to sell out. Moving on to December 18th, for $220, the Yeezy 350 Sand will be dropping. I'm not expecting anything great for these, at best potentially lunch money in sizes under 8, and only lunch money if you have no tax for the larger sizes. Not a great drop, but some money can be made on these. Then on December 19th, for $190, the Jordan 13 Hyper Royal will be dropping. Nothing too great here, but they do have some potential for lunch money if you do have no tax in your state, primarily in the larger sizes. Nothing great on here, but some potential for profit. I'll keep you guys updated. More importantly, on the 19th, don't forget that the Europe drop for the Jordan 1 Mocha Men and Grade School for $170 and $130 will be dropping, both of which will be very profitable with a great margin. Full throttle on both without a doubt, of course. So if you haven't already, be sure to check that video out as well so you know how to cop these, as well as what I'm expecting for the market post-drop. Then, even better than that, perhaps the most profitable drop or hype drop of December, the SB Dunk Sean C will be releasing on December 19th as well for $110. Expect these to be extremely profitable with an insane margin. Obviously, full throttle on these without a doubt. Moving on to December 21st, for $200, we may be getting another Yeezy 700 V3. This will be the Yeezy 700 V3 Clay Brown. I'm expecting these to be profitable, primarily in sizes over 8, not under. It's different when it comes to these Yeezy 700 V3s. I'd expect a similar performance to what we saw on the Safflower, so nothing too significant, but still easy small profit to be made nonetheless. Also, on December 21st, we will be seeing the Air Force One and also Blazer Mid Pacific Blue. At the moment, I'm really unsure about these, so I'll have to update you guys, but at best, I really only expect lunch money potential. So for now, I'd say don't sleep if you do want a personal, because I don't see them going for below retail, but I also don't have great expectations when it comes to these. Then on December 23rd, for $220, we will be seeing the Pharrell Williams HU release in green now. Personal only when it comes to these, not for resale purposes. Moving on to December 24th, for $180, we will be seeing the Kobe 6 Grinch return, finally. Definitely do not sleep if you do want a personal pair, as they definitely will sell out. I won't be discussing resale when it comes to Kobe products. Hopefully you guys can understand. Jumping to December 26th, for $190, we will be getting the Jordan 12 Reverse Flu Game. Although demand looks pretty decent right now, I'd say for now, personal only, and if demand is still holding up before the drop, then I will make an update, because at best, I'm really only expecting lunch money for these if you don't have tax in your state. Also, on December 26th, the SB Blazer Metacom toy will be dropping. Based on how the Dunks did, you can certainly expect some pretty solid demand on these, and with the retail so low at only $80, these should definitely be profitable with a great margin as well. Moving to December 30th though, the Air Force One Christmas will finally be dropping in the US. They already dropped in Europe at the start of the month, and the other Christmas Air Max and Blazers already dropped in the US a week ago. However, these Air Force Ones are delayed until the 30th in the US. These Air Force Ones have actually been holding up quite well for easy small profit with a pretty decent margin, since retail is only $120, so definitely keep note of these. Also on the 30th, for $110, the Dunk Low Disrupt in Black will be dropping in the United States. These already dropped in Europe a while back, and I'd say personal only when it comes to these, definitely. In fact, you can already buy them for under retail in the secondary market. And for the last sneaker that we'll be discussing today, the Jordan 11 Adapt will be dropping on December 30th for $500. Normally, I would say personal only due to the very high retail, and Adapts in general don't tend to garner a ton of demand. However, since this is a very first 11 Adapt, I can't be too sure as of now. They do have some potential for profit, perhaps with a poor margin. So I'll have to keep you guys updated on these as well, but regardless, as you guys can see from the drops that we've discussed throughout the month, December still has plenty of very hype drops to go, so I'd say this is definitely one of, if not the best month of 2020, ending it off with an absolute bang. But anyway, with that, I will conclude it. Like if you enjoyed the video, or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also subscribe if you happen to be new here, as well as enabling post notifications just so you're always 100% updated, as well as following my Twitter, KeithAdam10, and personals for you, for the more urgent updates. And lastly, feel free to check out the links in the description for reliable, fast, residential proxies or Nike sneakers accounts. With that though, enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck on the remaining drops this month. We still have a ton to go.
Why you hurting me with your foot? Can't you find somewhere else to keep it put? Get your foot on my foot.